It's Not Another Buffalo Podcast, hosted by three of the most underqualified sports personalities this side of the canal. With John.
All you people out there who are like, these idiots don't know anything. First of all, you're right. And second of all,
Pat.
I'm just a dad talking in a closet, but I'm just saying.
And Brando.
We have this trust built on whatever it is, like Bibles and gold bricks and whatever Brandon Beane's drinking over there.
all right, welcome back to Not Another Buffalo Podcast, or welcome to Not Another Buffalo Podcast if you are a new viewer or listener watching us on the Built-in Buffalo Network for the first time. I want to give a special shout out to Dave for bringing us along, so we're super excited for that. I'm John. I'm here with my buddies Pat and Brando. Brando is in his living room right now with his mic not working because technical difficulties is his brand. And Pat is our man in the closet, future dad who has been relegated to the closet at this point.
Or promoted.
Pat, I was going to say, this might be the area of serenity here come a year or two. We don't know, but... glad to have you guys here. This episode is brought to you guys by Small City Realty. If you're looking to buy, sell, or manage property in Western New York, you got to call Zach Korzilius at 585-409-1088. That's 585-409-1088. So we're picking up at pick 2. Commanders pick is in. Obviously, we just had Caleb Williams go off the board first. As expected. Is this going to be as expected as well?
24 NFL Draft. The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
Ooh. All right, first 2 picks as expected so far.
New England.
Yeah, this is where it starts to get interesting. Is New England going to take the quarterback because they're quote unquote ready to take a quarterback, or
I hope they're ready to lose to Josh Allen 4 more times in the next 2 years. You ever seen the video of Russell Wilson getting drafted? And he was sitting with his girlfriend at the time, and she's like going nuts. She's like going bananas. When Russell Wilson's ex-girlfriend thought she was set for life. And she's like,
oh no.
She's like freaking out in the video. And then, obviously Russell moved on from that, but.
Yikes. Yeah. Still not as good as the CD Lamb draft video where he's looking at his phone and his girlfriend takes his phone or something like that. And I think he takes it back out of her hands or something like that.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
All right, predictions for pick number 3 with New England. Drake May or...
Drake May.
Well, I was watching some headlines earlier, and that's what my girlfriend saw, Drake May. And, I don't know, she likes One Tree Hill. And have you guys ever watched One Tree Hill at all?
No, sorry.
I think the theme song is that 2000s
I Don't Want to Be
song,
Anything.
Right? Yeah.
Well, anyways, the characters in the show are high schoolers, and they look like they're very much adults. And that's what she saw Drake May, and she was like, he couldn't even. He looks so young. She was like, the Scott brothers look significantly older than him, and they play high schoolers on the show. So, and JJ McCarthy doesn't look much older. Both of them.
JJ McCarthy looks 7.
He does. Well, no. I already know how Brandon's going to be torked. When JJ McCarthy crosses
JJ
the
McCarthy.
Stage. What do you mean?
I'm not for New England, man. I like JJ. I don't want him to go to New England.
You're just gonna have that flashback to winning the national championship, and then you're just gonna open your eyes and it's gonna be over. But
I think JJ McCarthy is gonna be everything Sam Darnold we thought he was gonna be without sucking. And if he goes to New England, I think he's gonna be just like Sam Darnold. And I prefer JJ McCarthy to be successful. The dude's been a stud everywhere he goes.
But he didn't. His stats aren't that good. His college stat. He didn't even. He threw the ball 22 times in the national championship.
It's not about that though. Not just that game. They had a run heavy offense, but when he was asked to pass, when he was playing Ohio State, when he was playing these other Big Ten games and in the playoffs, every year that he was there, he was clutch. He had that it factor. But I see Sam Darnold when I watch them play. He was such a good quarterback at USC, but JJ McCarthy, I want him to have the infrastructure that Darnold never had. And don't go to New England. Please don't go to New England. And don't be Marvin Harrison Jr. Be any of those 2 guys. Anybody except those 2 guys. I'm not trying to watch Marvin Harrison Jr. light up our secondary for 10 years. Fingers crossed. Come on.
Pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Drake May.
Let's go. You're going to suck, Drake May. I'm so sorry, but you're going to suck.
Yes.
No offense.
Also, you're going to get ID'd to buy a beer at Gillette Stadium.
Patriots probably didn't learn that it was a good thing to draft a quarterback from Michigan the first time they did it. So let them keep making mistakes.
Trade up, trade up, trade up.
With the fourth pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah. Off the board.
Well, we can make excuses one more year for you, Kyler Murray. If you can't win 9 games with Marvin Harrison on the squad, I don't know.
The Los Angeles Chargers select Joe Alt, tackle, Notre Dame.
That's good. That's good for us.
That's very good. Yes, it is.
Every time a receiver isn't called, it's good. It's good news.
Wow, look at that kid.
He's large.
All right, gentlemen, let's make some final predictions here. We're waiting on pick 6 from the Giants. Let's make some predictions that are going to age poorly when everyone is listening to or watching this tomorrow. Brandon, what you got?
I don't know how great of a prediction this is, but they're going to get one of these 3 players. Rome Odunze, Brian Thomas Jr., or A.D. Mitchell. One of those 3.
All right. Also, for those of you new to the podcast, part of Brando's brand, as well as technology failures, is mispronouncing last names.
I'm sorry. Can you say it for me?
Rome Odunze?
Rome Odunze. Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to hear it like 6 times before I get it right.
That's all right. Brandon, like when you say stuff, it'll have me doubting if I'm saying it right. Because I'm like, is that how I say it?
It's definitely not how you say it. I'm just doing my best over here.
All right, Pat, what's your prediction? And try to be a little bit more bold than Brando, who had like the lukewarm takes.
I don't know. I mean,
they're going to have to trade up, though. That's all I'm saying.
Texas players are hot on the board right now. Maybe we draft Saquon Barkley as replacement, aggressively high. What's the kid's name? Jonathan Brooks. Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's about as hot as I could get. That would be a terrible pick.
Yeah. No, I think if they went there, that like the city of Buffalo might have some trouble tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go. I've changed my mind at the last second.
You were asking who I thought you were asking who the Giants were gonna pick, dude.
Oh no! No, Bills.
Oh. All
right, give us your Bills.
Go ahead.
Take that's why I was like, if you wanted the spiciest Giants take, that would be the spiciest Giants take. But I don't know. Give me either guy from LSU. That's probably not going to happen. Or I like Leggett. He's pretty cool. But Ladd McConkey, I would love to see Mr. McConkey in there. I feel like he's more athletic, better looking version, shall I say, of Cole Beasley. So
nice.
John?
I changed my mind last second on this because it's been Brian Thomas Jr. for me the whole way up until like yesterday. And I think they're going to go with Xavier Worthy. That's my... they could end up with either the Xaviers, right? Xavier. I keep saying Xavier. I should say Xavier. I think that's Xavier.
I think they said it on the radio, Xavier.
I've heard it both ways, actually. Okay. So don't ask me. Also, I've heard it Xavier Leggett. And when I was watching NFL Network today, it's Leggett. So I guess if they get, get ready for a Sal Capaccio tweet about how to pronounce his name if the Bills draft him. But
yeah. Also, do you see JJ McCarthy right now? He looks happy.
Oh,
he does.
He also looks like Zach Wilson, but kids these days,
Kids these days, they all look the same, man. They do. They got like the sweatpants and the Nike hooded sweatshirt. That's, no, I'm kidding. That's every kid ever. But gosh darn, socks tucked into their sweatpants.
Yeah, I hate it.
Giants pick coming in right now.
With the 6th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Malik Neighbors.
No. Stop.
City of Neighbors.
Okay, but he went above Odunze. That's surprising, right? Odunze was I mean, those two debate, but like I've seen Odunze above Neighbors, and again, we're not draft experts here.
I think I've seen more of Neighbors over Odunze. Like they say, he's the cleanest prospect in the draft, just head to toe, route running, catching ability, speed, versatility, personality. all of those
Personality.
things. Yeah.
Great
all those
personality.
things. It matters to these guys.
How do they rate personality scale at
They
the
ask you a
combine?
question in the interview, like if your sister and your dog were hanging off a cliff, which one would you go save? And he answered
At the
it
combine,
correctly.
next year at the combine, they're going to have a special talent show where you get to do your special talent like it's a Miss America competition. Where you're like, okay, Malik Neighbors, he's going to do stand-up this year for his special talent. Well, his teammate Brian Thomas Jr. is still on the board, but we're only at
Two
pick
left.
7 here, so not
Tennessee
not
could
feeling
take
great
Odunze
there.
right here too.
They could. All right, little hypothetical to kind of prepare us here. If the Bills don't draft a wide receiver with their first pick, I would blank. Pat.
Not be surprised.
Nothing
That's funny.
surprises Pat. What about you, Brando?
I'd ask who they took instead.
All right. I would be drinking while editing this
Fair
podcast.
enough.
So obviously, no beers right now because I have to stay up until probably about midnight or so here to get this out. But
John, you should have
there's
your drink.
there's gonna be whiskey next to me while I'm editing if they don't take a wide receiver, or if they wait till pick 28 and it is like 10:30 here. I'm in Central Time, which helps a little bit. Get that extra hour, but.
John, when you drink your whiskey, you should drink it out of our Not Another Buffalo podcast mugs where you can find them on Etsy.
Drinks taste better.
Very nice. Yes. Nothing tastes like alcoholism like drinking whiskey out of a coffee mug.
Well, just think about all the money, all the extra alcohol you could buy by not using a specific glass for, your drinks and your coffee you're saving.
How many times do you have to do that for it to add up to a bottle of whiskey? Damn.
Yeah. Are you seeing this headline right here? Body control in great hands. Interesting. Yeah. Gonna have to edit that out, but. Here we go, kids of America. I'm going to put a hat on here for Pat Cap's quotes of the draft.
Nice. Bucket hat.
Now that I'm
Love
capped
it.
up, ready to go, I'm going to share with you possibly the most depressing draft correspondence that I ever heard. I was going back, watching some interviews.
New watchers, just so you know, we do a segment called Quotes with Pat where Pat just reads us some quotes and we got to guess who said it. So pretty straightforward. Welcome to the game.
Welcome to the game. No winners, no losers, son.
It's time for Quotes with Pat. They're things that people said.
This player got drafted and said, wherever I go, I know there'll be pressure. Or there'll be pressure. He says it with a very concerned look on his face. Wherever I go, I know there'll be pressure.
Is this somebody who has a not so great ending to their career?
No? I mean, they're still playing in the league.
Give us something. Give us a hint here.
He played in the state of California in college. His grandpa was the Marlboro Man.
It's not Aaron Rodgers.
No, much worse career than Aaron Rodgers. Both.
Oh man, I should know that trivia. I feel like I've seen the trivia before about
I've
somebody's
heard
grandpa's
this
the
quote
Marble
before.
Man.
He looked like someone who just got drafted.
Oh,
And it's
like
not
got
Zach Wilson.
got drafted into the army.
Mac Jones?
No, I mean got drafted. Well, I mean basically if you get drafted to the Patriots, it's a very militaristic program over there. But no, he looked like Drake May looked like a combination of
Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson. There's just a clip and you can just tell in his eyes he's already dead. It's just like I know there will be pressure.
This is Darnold said this?
Yeah.
Yeah, after he got drafted. Well, especially in New York, right? That New York market.
Yeah.
Well, it got to him. It sure did get to him. And so did the Bills defenders. Oh.
Well, you know what? Mel Kiper was all ready to say after that first year that Sam Darnold was,
I wanted him real bad. When the Jets moved up to 3 that year, they traded 3 second-round picks to move up from like 6 to 2. Or what was it, like 8 to 3 or something like that. And I was so bummed. I remember sitting in my bed in school being like, God, I wanted this guy.
What was the hindsight's 2020, so I feel like we can all be okay with it. But were you was he top of your list? Were you a Were you a Josh Rosenite?
I was a Darnold guy until the Jets moved up, and I called into WGR. I talked to Sale for a couple minutes, and I talked about how Josh Rosen was going to be the new sheriff of the AFC East. Tom Brady was on his way out, and we needed a guy to step in, and Josh Rosen was the guy. And that aged bad.
Well,
There we go.
Draft, the Tennessee Titans select J.C. Latham, tackle.
Nice.
All
Another
right,
tackle.
that's good.
Awesome.
That's good.
Tackles coming off the board. We love it. So now somebody start trading up for more offensive tackles.
A sprinter in high school. Wow. Did you imagine that man running a 100-yard dash?
Definitely takes up more than one track lane.
yes.
That's a big man. All right, Pat, what's your next quote? What you got for us?
All right, this one right here is a pretty funny one. So this player's team had a chance to draft him with the 21st overall pick. They didn't draft him. And after that, he texted this team's quarterback's coach and said, "I'm ready to wreck the league." This quarterback's coach then forwarded that text message to the head coach of the team, who then traded a bunch of draft capital to go ahead and pick again at 22 and draft this player.
I was gonna say Lamar Jackson there for a second, but he got picked in at like pick 32 or something like that, right?
Now, this is tricky because Aaron Rodgers got picked late. But again, I keep throwing Aaron Rodgers out. I don't think this is right because they didn't pick 2 first-round picks the year that he got drafted.
And it's just weird that it was back-to-back. I feel like you seldom see that.
Who's made back-to-back first-round picks? Give us another clue here.
It's pretty cringe to text that. You would have to have the confidence of someone who really did not have a grasp on reality.
Johnny Manziel. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
That was a $1 million text.
Yeah. Actually, it was like a $22 million text because that's what he made from being picked 22nd overall. Or I don't think it's $22 million, but whatever it was.
Still a significant amount of money. What
if you factor in the lost cost of the city of Cleveland into there,
Yes.
like the lost economic cost?
True, and all the I was going to be really mean and say all the rehab centers that poor Josh Gordon had to go to after playing a season or two with Johnny Manziel. But
his deal was only 4 years, $8.2 million.
But still, I mean, it's still at least $1 million text.
Yeah. Definitely.
I just have enough self-respect that I wouldn't send something like that. Actually, that's not true at all.
We're not
honestly.
millionaires, are we?
No, that's not true. I mean, I guess now that I say that out loud, yeah, I'd probably say something way more cringe. For real.
With the 8th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
Let's go.
It's good.
Let's go. Very good. All right, Brandon Beane, you better be on the phone right now. You call Chicago. Let's go. You offer your 2 seconds and your 28th pick, and you get your butt into number 9.
Shot-town.
You got to do it.
Shot-town.
With the 9th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Rome Odunze.
No.
That's so
Well,
sad.
I mean, props to the Huskies getting the boys off the board, but
Well, that sucks. Well, it's good for them.
Yeah. Is Chicago gonna be good in 2 years?
Maybe they have a very good receiver room. They got a better weapons than the Bills, probably.
they do.
Minnesota.
Okay, this is so interesting to me. So New York, the Jets just traded back one spot,
Yeah.
right? So if you're Minnesota and you send them a trade offer like, hey, we want to go up and get our guy. If you're the Jets, if you want that guy, you say no to that trade. And so if they say yes, then you as Minnesota should say, actually, never mind, because they're not going to pick their guy, right?
You know, the only reason this happens is because the Jets have an offer from somebody else, right? And they have, and Minnesota,
that makes sense.
Minnesota knows that the Jets are about to move out from somebody, and the Jets call back Minnesota and are like, I got a 3rd round pick on the table to drop back 4 spots. Can you beat this offer? And Minnesota's like, yep, we're going to do it. Don't trade it. I'll move up 1 spot.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
So the Vikings paid a 4th and a 5th round pick to move up 1 spot. If anybody was wondering about the Bills moving up, how much it would have cost them.
Wow. Roger Goodell struggling to read a tradition unlike any other.
Every time, man. He's stumbling every time.
I mean, I get it. We do too. That's why I edit this podcast before we put it out. But
he makes $50 million a year. He shouldn't
right, but not to be not to be a public speaker.
That's half his job.
He makes $50 million a year to tell the NFLPA to F off.
Yeah.
With the 10th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select
J.J. McCarthy,
quarterback, Michigan.
All right. I'm happy for
that
JJ.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We
talked
pick.
about it's so funny. Pat's AFK right now. We talked about a couple weeks ago that I think if you're a quarterback, like Minnesota kind of seems like an ideal place to land. Like they weren't great last year, but like as far as a roster, like they've got pieces. They've got Justin Jefferson to start
for now.
For now.
I listed him as somebody that you might not want to go to with the division being stacked right now. Caleb Williams leading a barrage of an offense, the Lions powerhouse, the young Packers team, all good teams to have Minnesota. We'll see how it pans out. If JJ McCarthy can play with Justin Jefferson, 2 JJs. Oh my God, my brain is spinning.
And Jordan Addison. JJ, JA.
But
as
they lose
Pat picks
Jefferson.
out a new hat here and is returning back from the outside world.
Oh, same hat.
Same hat? Okay. Sorry, you're delayed on my screen. I can't see what you're doing.
I could pick out a new hat for the next quote, though.
Same hat, same Pat.
Watch him play. Watch JJ play. He looks just like Sam Darnold did. Throwing across the field like that, but he's got a little stronger of an arm. Yeah.
Oh, man. Not pictured. Ghosts.
It did look like in Kyle Allen's wedding party that it was Josh and Sam Darnold were in the golf picture, which was interesting.
They're big buddies. They're buddies.
That's funny as
Sam
fuck.
Darnold will come to Buffalo at some point in his career. You heard it here. I'll put a bet on the bet board here. Sam
Really?
Darnold is a Buffalo Bill. John, you want to bet?
Back
$10?
up, I think that's fair. I would actually agree with you. Yeah.
All
2025 backup QB Sam Darnold.
Literally. Sam, they're just going to drink and have a great time, and then Josh is going to roast him about the ghost comment.
Yeah. And be like, I can hit the golf ball better than you, and I can throw better than you, and I've made quadruple the amount of money than you, but we're buddies. So
I'm sure Josh would say exactly that. All right, Pat, you wanna get another quote in here real quick?
Yeah, let me change my hat, and I'll get you boys another quote.
The Jets pick is in.
Yeah, we might not have time for a hat change.
Wow. All offense in the top 10. Not one defensive player off the board yet.
Well, let's just hope that there's a big old run on defensive players coming here in the picks 10 through 20. Still got Brian Thomas Jr., still got Xavier Worthy.
Yeah. I feel like the Jets could go line again here. They got to protect Aaron Rodgers. Mel Kiper with no volume is quite the scene because he's so animated. He could be talking about politics. He could be talking about his favorite cereal. Who knows?
But you got to understand, like this is the peak of Mel Kiper's year, right? Like this is his day.
It is.
All right, Pat, what are we sporting here?
We have a Looney Tunes Disney World hat on because I'm going to go flipping insane like a Looney Tune if any more wide receivers are taken off of the board.
I love it.
So,
all right, before we get that quote in, let's wait for this pick, and then right after that, we'll get the quote in.
With the 11th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Olu Fashanu. Tackle.
Yes, more offensive linemen. There we go.
Yep, that's
also,
good.
another comment. I love how everyone in the crowd just got tired of like the crowd. It's like your obligation to boo Roger Goodell, and then like everybody's tired out except for that one guy in the back, and even he sounds like he's got nothing left in the tank.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Still no defense taken. 5 quarterbacks taken in the first 5 picks or in the top 10. Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's never happened before.
All right, Pat. What's quote you got up next?
Okay. This is on a player's draft selection. Someone asked him if he was upset about not being drafted number 1, and he said, "Well, I thought I would have at least been the first running back taken. It's definitely a shot to my pride that I was not even the first running back taken. I don't need it as motivation, though. If I was the first running back taken or the 5th, I'll still play my blank name player style.
Is this from just a couple years ago?
No, it's a pick / player / quote with a lot of irony.
So a running back who turned out not to be that great?
No, he's a great player.
Oh, okay.
His coach wore a wig in the press conference.
Rex Ryan?
No, his
that's Rob. That's just Rob Ryan. What you saw was his brother.
But no, his coach in probably something that's not entirely PC. Yes, had like a 3-foot braid setup on top of his normal head of hair behind a desk with this player.
How old was this?
I think 99. The player immediately rushed for 1,000 yards and took his team to the playoffs.
Let's see, running backs that are good that were drafted later. Alvin Kamara was drafted later.
So it's ironic because
way back. So 99.
Same
Brando.
team. Same team as Alvin
Saints
Kamara.
running back.
Ricky
Williams, yes.
Yeah.
I saw the insanity.
Yeah.
Mike Ditka is wearing like I went to Jamaica in the 1990s like braid wig, and Ricky Williams has his agent out there, and his agent is Master P, the rapper. It's just very bizarre. Very bizarre.
Oh my God.
And Ricky Williams is up there just like speaking like a political commentator, just like Mike Ditka's like, yeah, we're so happy to have him on the team. And Master P is like saying all sorts of, Ricky Williams is like, yeah, well, I'm just super excited to be here. I'm going to do super well. And it's like, oh, Ricky, you didn't know what you were getting yourself into, bud. Should I do a next one here, or should I say?
Oh, hang on. Wait for the next pick, because I think the Broncos is interesting to talk about here because they are paying quite a lot of money to a quarterback that they don't have. Who's on their roster right now? They have nobody.
Zach Wilson.
Oh God!
And all the quarterbacks are gone too. So
I don't know who's left. Nix.
I couldn't tell you. I've only looked at wide receivers this season. What are you talking about?
But Bo Nix is also like 30 years old. Well, not
these
30,
guys are the
mid-20s.
COVID QBs, right? They're the transfer guys. But if you have Sean Payton, I don't know. I wouldn't want to take the 6th quarterback off the board at the 12th pick, but.
I mean, Drew Brees was at least the 6th quarterback taken, though. But
yeah,
he's
but
also a
guy. I don't know. He's a short king, but that's all right. I want to say, because do you go defense on a defense that's going to get lit up? What do you take here?
I guess you could have no bad pick.
I wonder if Denver was calling the Jets to try to jump the Vikings. That's like
and take JJ McCarthy
and take JJ. We'll see here if they take a quarterback here. That's probably what happened, right? Because you got the Jets getting those two for a 4th and a 5th, and I don't know. I'm super curious to see how this dumpster fire franchise is going to work.
I like those big hats. We got to get some of those big hats.
Well, did you talk to that guy who had hats that was going to give us some to wear on the show?
Yeah, I didn't talk to him since I've talked to you guys last, but I've talked to him.
I would put money down with you boys to get big hats.
Hang on, let's see.
NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix.
Yeah,
take the quarterback.
Whoa!
Quarterback City.
Somebody's happy. Wow, 6 quarterbacks and 12 picks. That's insane. No defense in the top half of the draft.
That is pretty
And the
sick,
top 3
though.
wide receivers are already gone too.
Yeah.
Wow.
24 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Tolaise Fuaga, tackle.
Wow. That was impressive, Roger Goodell. You did a better job than I would have with his name.
That's why Roger went to law school.
All right. Speaking of first-round draft picks, we look at the Buffalo Bills' history of first-round draft picks is pretty poor, outside of some like super high highlights, like drafting some of the best defensive players of all time. But I went through and I wanted to find the top 5 Buffalo Bills first-round picks with most games played for the franchise.
Okay, Shaq Lawson.
No.
No.
What?
Eric Moulds.
Eric Moulds comes in at number 4 with 154 snaps.
Why did I think that you only meant defense? I thought you only meant defense for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, no.
You maybe didn't even say defense.
All first-round picks. Any first-round picks that played for the Buffalo Bills. The
Jim
leaders
Kelly.
in games played. Jim Kelly comes in at number 3
Bruce
with
Smith.
160. Bruce Smith is number 1, 217 games played for the Buffalo
Andre
Bills.
Reed's the second rounder, so he doesn't count.
Andre
I remember
Reed
that.
is not on here. I think he was a 4th rounder,
The
actually.
4th rounder, maybe.
Yeah.
Honestly,
O.J.
did Josh
Simpson?
Allen? Did Josh Allen clip 5?
Josh Allen is not. Comes in with 94 games played, and the only other active player that is close, but he's also 36 games shy of number 5, is Deion Dawkins, and he comes in at 112. Now you have what? You have number 3 and number 4 and number 1. So you need number 2 and number 5. Number 2, I don't think you're gonna get it. Number 5, you're gonna laugh because you're gonna be like, "Oh, I know this guy."
Okay, so
Was
let
it
me.
Cookie Gilchrist?
I was gonna say Cookie
No.
Gilchrist.
No,
No, Joe DeLamalure.
nope. Good guess.
It's
though.
one of those Electric Factory guys. Who's the other one? It's Joe DeLamalure, and then the other dude. He's like,
Pat, help me with the really old quarterback, Joe.
Ferguson,
Jack
it's not
Kemp, Joe Ferguson.
Jack Kemp.
Neither of
No?
those two guys.
Okay,
No.
never mind.
I want to say they both played on the line. One of them played a
Is it like
really
Kent
long
Hull?
time. Nope. One of them played a really long time ago, and one of them played not that long ago.
Okay,
But
Reggie
it's still
McKenzie.
long
Eric,
ago.
give me Eric Wood.
Nope. No
Reggie
more. No
Reggie
more
McKenzie.
Nope.
We'll say we both know this guy. Reuben Brown.
Nope.
We would have seen one of these guys play.
Maybe. One of them was picked in 1980, and another one was picked in 1992. My hint for number 5 is he does a show with Buffalo Rumblings.
Oh, John Fina.
Yes, John Fina
Oh, nice.
comes in at 148 games played. And do you want me to give you number 2, or what else can I give you for some
Yeah,
tips
give us
here?
number 2. Pick us in for Colts.
Jim Richtard.
Nope.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Yep. So
Sorry if you would have, Pat, but I would not.
No, I
have.
would have. Never heard of him.
we
Sorry,
can
Jim.
debate the. Oh, hang on. Don't be Brian Thomas. Don't be Brian Thomas.
With the 15th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Laiatu Latu.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
Ooh, okay.
It's good.
That's a good
Defense.
pick
Run
for the
on
Colts.
defense. Keep it
Yeah.
going.
That's good. He'll be a really great compliment to DeForest Buckner. You, sir, have been promoted.
With the 16th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Byron Murphy, defensive tackle.
All
All
right.
right. Cool.
He was
Not a
out-
wide
he was-
receiver.
And it's also nice to have a player like this taken off the board so it does not tempt Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott to take them.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
All right. Still alive. All right.
So you
Minnesota
go-
trading up. Brandon, do you have any word on what they gave up?
I don't know yet, but it's super interesting because they lost their end Hunter, but they also could pair JJ McCarthy with another rookie receiver. So who do we go with?
Jaguars
Yeah.
traded the 17th pick to the Minnesota Vikings. With the 17th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Dallas Turner.
Hey, that's good. Not a receiver.
Wow. Yo, they gave up a lot.
How far back
Wow.
were they? Where was Minnesota picking before? Did they trade into the first round from the second?
No, they traded their 23rd overall pick because they had 2. Oh, the pick's in already?
I think they
Jackson
played
was
the
thinking.
sound by accident.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Somebody
So-
fell asleep at the ESPN controls.
Dun, 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 dun.
So the Vikings just traded their 17th, or no. The Vikings got 17, and they gave up 23, a
they were at
2024 fifth round pick, a 2025 third round pick, and a 2025 fourth round pick.
Wow. It's a lot of picks.
4 picks.
They must really want this guy.
Wow. Here we go. Offense or defense? No receivers. Give me alignment.
2024 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Amarius Mims, tackle,
All right.
Georgia.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
It's good. It's good. All right, we're starting to fall asleep here a little bit here. So I'm gonna wake us up with this. I forgot to get to this earlier. I had this written down. I have probably the boldest prediction I've ever made on this show because we don't really make bold predictions because it usually turns out to be things like Matt Breida is going to be the next best thing. So we haven't talked about Lindy at all. Lindy's coming back. We can take some time to talk about that in a second here. But in the grand scheme of Buffalo sports, the way that things are looking right now to me are that they're primed in positions to improve, but it might not happen this year, right? So I think that expectations for both of these teams are going to be lower than they were going into last year. Is that fair?
No, I disagree. Sabres should have higher expectations.
But think about where your expectations were at the coming into this year. Like obviously this year was a huge disappointment, but like with Don, it was like they only missed the playoffs by 1 point. They were ascending. They got hot at the end of the year. We thought that they were going to hop 2 teams and be in the playoffs definitively, right?
They missed the playoffs by 10 points this year.
Yeah. I'm coming out of last year into this year, how you felt about them. Expectations are lower this year going into next year than they were going into this previous year.
I just expected them to make the playoffs last year. I don't know. I like getting a 7 or an 8 seed. And I think if they had a different coach, they would get that. So it's a playoff roster. They should have a playoff team. Our expectations should be the same, I think, from what they were last year.
Okay. Well, can you say at least similarly for the Bills?
Yeah.
Like the expectations are going to be lower?
100%.
Right? Okay.
I agree with that completely. Yeah.
All right. So my bold prediction, and hold off here because it's a 2-parter. Part 1 is that the 2024 Bills and Sabres will over-deliver on most expectations. So lower expectations, but they're going to over-deliver. So Sabres are going to make the playoffs. Bills will also make the playoffs, maybe get a win or 2 in the playoffs. But I think that would be over-delivering on expectations if they won two games in the playoffs. Yeah?
Probably, yeah. I think even, maybe winning the division could be over.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So over-deliver on expectations a little bit. And 2025 to 2027 is going to be the best 3-year stretch in Buffalo sports history.
Oh, that's a hot take. That's sure is a hot take. Right?
And maybe even 2025 being one of the best years because I think that both those teams are going to make it deep in the playoffs. Could be a Super Bowl run year for the Bills and could be a Stanley Cup run for the Sabres. I don't know. I think 2 years from now, the Sabres might make it, conference finals. And that's my hot take. I don't make predictions like this at all, but
I like it. I also think it's kind of funny because I want to say we might have had this conversation in like 11th grade when the Bills drafted EJ Manuel and the Sabres had Ryan Miller. And like, here we go. And then that didn't work out very well.
Yeah.
But
we all know how that ended.
Yeah.
That'd
be cool. It's the writing's on the wall. It could happen.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I think this year for the Bills is a little bit of a reset year, micro reset. No one's going to say that in the building, but I think it is. And if they over-deliver, great. But I don't think that if they lose in the first round of the playoffs, I don't think anybody's getting fired.
Oh, man. It's been so long since the Rams took somebody in the first round.
Right.
I don't want him to get another offensive weapon here. You got to replace Aaron Donald, right?
Yep. Got to go with another D tackle. Come on, guys.
There's still some on the board. There's still a couple more.
I hear there's a couple really cool kickers in this draft.
Yeah.
All right. Roger looks tired.
He's getting his steps in.
The 19th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Jared Verse.
Good. All right.
Yes.
I'm feeling all right.
Let's go. All right. This is it right here. Do you remember last year at 20, we saw 4 wide receivers go in a row.
Oh, shoot. You're right.
We got Pittsburgh, Miami. You got Green Bay coming up.
All right. Steelers on the clock.
All right. Not Brian Thomas. Defense or O-line. Protect this weirdo Russell Wilson. You think this guy went to the Masters?
Do you have to win the par 3 too to get the green pants to go with it?
Yes.
Well, this brings up a good question. Is his tie too long? What is the appropriate length for a tie?
It's got to go to your belt buckle.
It is, okay.
Top of your belt buckle.
It was bottom of the belt buckle, so perhaps.
It's too long.
That's good. He looks good.
Yeah, he looks good. It might be like an inch too long, but he's also like bent over a little bit, so he's standing up straight.
Hey, I just know that that's way better than I'll ever look in a suit.
True.
Once you tie a tie, if it's like an inch too long and you have to retie it, that's when it gets tricky.
I can't even tie a tie. I have to go to a wedding.
YouTube, bro. YouTube is great. Find the easiest way to tie a tie on YouTube. It's like 3 turns. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Here's the thing. Also, I don't know why anybody ever undoes their ties.
I don't anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I have a done up one, but I had to get a different color. That's why I was pissed.
Yeah. Double
YouTube
Windsor.
it,
YouTube it once and you're set for life.
I'll send you the one I use, Pat. It's not the double Windsor, but
I appreciate the simple method would be good.
All right.
Troy Fautanu.
All right.
Nice.
Troy Polamalu.
Yes.
He's coming
Miami,
back.
Philly. Look at Miami could go linebacker to stop Josh Allen or cornerback to replace Xavier Howard, who is in our intro. And then you're looking at Philly. They don't need a receiver either with Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown.
That's nice to see. Some of these guys getting emotional, getting picked. Like, that's cool.
Hey, he's crying on live TV. Come on, man.
Baby.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm happy for him. He's just changed his family for generations. So that's cool. Yeah.
What do you think you do if you're just... I feel like it's a hell of a party, though, if you don't get drafted and you just got to blow off some... You're already at... well, they're in Detroit. You're already at Ford Field. You might as well. It's going to be a hell of a night.
That's funny.
Then do you come back day 2? I feel like no. If you're there day 2...
I think there's only a few prospects actually there. Like, if there's any chance you were getting drafted outside of the first round, I don't think you're there.
It's like 15 of them, right, that show up?
I think so.
First pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Chop Robinson.
Yeah, he still won't be able to catch Josh Allen. All right. Bill's got to move up to Philly, man. They got to jump Jacksonville. They got to jump Dallas. Let's go.
I'm ready to start editing this. Let's go, Bills. Come on, Brandon. Straight up.
I'm ready. I'm trying to.
Chop, why are you telling your family to keep it down? Come on, dog. Let them enjoy it.
At what point do you start worrying about the teams behind the Bills jumping the Bills? You don't want these Chiefs to jump you.
Let's go. How good is this? Thank you, Uncle Roger. Good evening to those of you from the beautiful land down under. With the 22nd pick in the 2024
He looks a lot more awake than us.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Quinyon Mitchell.
Interesting. Good. One less temptation for the Bills to have to take if they want to take one.
It's true. If he had fallen all the way to the Bills, I mean, do you think that, it's like, okay, take the best cornerback available or take the 5th best receiver?
Well, I think the other corner that's left is still a highly rated corner.
True. And if you could spend 4 years in Toledo, Ohio, you would be able to spend 4 years in Buffalo, New York. No problem.
You can do anything.
You can do anything. You spend 4 years in Toledo, Ohio.
That's insane.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Brian.
No!
That's all right, Brian. You're going to play your games in London, so congrats.
I guess they had to replace Calvin Ridley, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dang, man. No, man.
We still got some left.
Not the one I wanted.
Not the one I wanted either. Oh, God. Look at, he's got the J's on, too. He's got some slick J's. I think he's wearing some Jordan 3s.
Well, Trevor Lawrence will never be Josh Allen, so sorry, Brian.
Very similar pair.
24th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Terrion Arnold, defensive back.
Corner. All right.
Wow.
Good pick.
Not even the one that they thought was going to go. Dijon's still available, right?
Yeah,
that's bad for the
Wiggins.
Bills, man. That's bad for the Bills.
Wiggins too.
Why is that bad for the Bills?
I think
you think that they might take him? No, I don't think they will. I think that's good because that means that somebody else, if they're going to trade up, they might try to go get this other corner.
Maybe Green Bay could use a corner. It's just Tampa, which we have traded with Tampa before.
It's true. It's getting intense.
25th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers.
Defense.
For the 2025
O-line. Not a wide receiver.
Select Jordan Morgan, Tackle, Arizona.
All right.
Oh, that's not what that guy wanted.
You wonder who he wants, though. Like, who does he want?
Oh, man. Dude, that's the worst. You go all the way to Detroit. You're wearing a cheese hat. And there are people making fun of you. You're on national TV.
Division rival.
Yeah,
You know
but
what-
all
you
you
know
have to
what's
say
gonna
to the
happen?
Lions guy is 17 points, and I feel like he's just gonna...
Yeah. But see, what's going to happen? This guy's going to end up being the best offensive tackle in history. And then that clip is going to come up every single year on Twitter, just like the Bills fans, like, getting mad at the Josh Allen pick.
Yeah.
Pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Graham Barton, center
Cool.
Duke.
All right, that's good. They
Love
got to
it.
protect Baker, right?
Yep.
The Arizona Cardinals select Darius Robinson.
Nice. All right.
Oh, man. Take the damn corner. Oh, sorry. Take the quarterback. Here we go. Don't take the corner, Buffalo. Come on.
Oh, my God. I swear to God.
All right, guess right now. Who is it? Say it.
A.D. Mitchell.
I think it's, I'm still going to go Xavier Worthy right here.
I think they're going to break our hearts and take this cornerback.
You don't think that
Did.
they're going to trade out, do you? Because,
No.
there's a couple of these guys. Do you think they trade back like 2 spots?
If they could trade back with Baltimore, and Baltimore is going to go defense, and you're going to get one of those receivers, maybe, but you're not trading with the Chiefs. And if you're trading with the 49ers, we're not talking about moving up 5 spots. We're talking about Brandon Ayuk. So probably not.
Pat, are you hitting your mic stand?
No, I was hitting the floor out of anxiety with my foot.
Do you guys actually think Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott are strangling each other in the
Yes,
in
they're
the war room
fighting
right now?
Well,
Over
yelling.
wide receiver versus corner.
They're yelling at each other.
I feel like Canton High School. Bean's probably on the phone right now with the Niners. But what if I put in a 2037 second round draft pick and I have a 2031?
They traded.
Oh, trade him back.
I hate this. Why do I do this?
Oh, I'm loud. I'm being so loud.
I'm gonna hurt myself.
Oh my God! They're gonna take Xavier Worthy, and he's gonna be the next Tyreek Hill.
Oh no, or Patrick Mahomes. Oh,
Are they going to commercial right now?
Sean, what are you doing? You think
Andy
Brandon B?
Reid.
Brandon B might have done this because he said, "I'm going to punish you," and now your old boss is just going to continue to spank you. Yeah, Shafty, we know. Thank you. You're doing a great job.
They're gonna take Xavier Worthy.
Another Tyreek Hill speed guy. Just go long for the ball.
I guess. I don't know. Hopefully, he turns out like Sky Moore.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sky
Or
Moore.
like anybody else that was really fast but also sucks. This guy can't be good for the health of everybody in Western New York and the northern
For
part
the
of
livelihood
state.
of everyone.
Well, you
in
know
Western
he's
New
going to
York.
be good.
Southern
That's the worst
Canada.
part is you know he's going to be good. That's how the universe rewards us. You know he's going to be amazing. He's going to be the next Justin Jefferson.
We can't be on the hook for trading another superstar.
I mean, when you think about it, would you have rather had Justin Jefferson or Stephon Diggs? Now that he's not on the team. That's all I'm saying. But
You can say this about Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. We can't do this. I can't do this. This guy has to suck. Be the cornerback.
The Buffalo Bills have traded the 28th pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. With the 28th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the back-to-back Super Bowl champions, Kansas City
God,
Chiefs,
shut
select
up.
Xavier Worthy.
I knew it.
Wow.
wow, Sean, why do you do this? Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why?
We don't want them to have him. That's worth taking him just to keep him away from somebody.
Well, now I just need to trust that everything that I've heard is inaccurate.
Well, didn't he have
He
attitude
sucks.
problems or something like the report
He
does?
did now. If he didn't before, he does now. Yeah.
I mean, you just looked at him. They just like showed him on the screen and he looked like he was smirking at me like, Pat, I'm going to haunt you. Like his like little like whatever up to the neck photo. He was just glaring at me.
Listen, all I can hope for is Matt Milano to break him in half.
Yes.
No offense. Not wishing injury.
The Dallas Cowboys select Guyton, tackle Oklahoma.
All right. Wide receiver still on the board. All right.
Whatever.
Back to earth, Pat. We can do it.
Whatever, Terry. That's what I'm saying. Terry, you just wrote a check for the team. We're moving to London. That's what you're telling me. Terry, I gotta get my passport if I ever want to watch Josh Allen again. You knew it. You were like, I gotta give the fans something because I'm just gonna mess them up really bad on draft day. Let me bring Lindy Ruff back so that I lighten the blow a little bit before I instruct Brandon Beane to just make this absolutely gut wrenching.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's get our passports, boys. I can't wait to watch this team overseas for the next 10 years. Traded away the entire franchise.
No risk of overreaction whatsoever.
No. If I overreact, I hope I'm happy. But if this is the beginning of the end, if this is the start of whatever, Cambridge Bills.
The 30th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Nate Wiggins, defensive back, Clemson.
All right. That guy, dude, this guy's falling. This corner.
Don't tell Brandon Beane this. Oh God, he's not allowed to draft another corner.
Yeah. Come on, Ayuk to Buffalo.
First pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Ricky Pearsall.
Interesting.
Ricky.
Wow.
That's not a bad pick because now they got a surplus.
Surplus. It's late.
Oh my God.
Ricky.
They have
Pearsall.
extra wide receivers.
Yes.
And now our dream come true. We hold the 32nd pick in the NFL draft. Except
right. We finally did it. Yay. I knew it. I called that. I said that we weren't recording. I said they were going to trade out of the first round.
They do not have a trade that is close right now, but there are.
What? Oh, they're not even going to make a pick tonight.
Xavier Legette is going to. If they just traded with the Panthers to go back, 3 spots?
1 spot, right?
Brandon Beane's going to go to bed tonight without making a pick.
What was
I'm not worried about Brandon Beane right now.
You worried about who?
Me.
True. I don't. Why do you do this? Have you ever heard? I've never had a Bills. Why do you do this? Why do you do this to us, Brandon Beane?
So look at it. It says Buffalo does start off the second round.
Yeah. They traded back 1 spot. So that, like Brandon, we were talking about, you said the 5th-year option was important. I think that it must not have been that important based on what they got. I'm really interested to see. Brandon, can you look up and see what they got in return for us before we sign off here?
They're conceding the fact that they don't think this guy is going to be great after 4 years. All right.
So they just they picked up a 5th-round pick.
Carolina traded 33 and 141. Buffalo trades 32 and 200.
Yeah, so they moved from
spots.
from the 6th to the 5th round.
Oh my God.
Well, Pat, I'll make you feel better this way. The Bills are going to have a lot of young players coming in and not all from the 7th round.
True.
So there's been a Matt Milano before. There's been a Khalil Shakir in the 5th round. All right, boys. Well, let's wrap this up so I can get edited.
Who do the Panthers take? We gotta see.
I almost want to wait till tomorrow morning to edit this now. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening and sticking with us. Let's hear Carolina's pick here.
With the 32nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Xavier Legette, wide receiver, South Carolina.
Yeah.
You could have used him.
I don't know we just didn't have a good grade on any
maybe
of these
they're
guys.
taking A.D. Mitchell.
I'd be happy with that.
I mean, he does have size.
All right, Roger. We'll see you at 7:00 tomorrow night.
Thank you for wasting my entire night, Brandon Beane.
Well, we did not get our 32nd overall pick.
No.
I hope it's A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah, I hope so. But all right, well, you guys can find us on Twitter /X /the Ghost of Twitter /YouTube Instagram, and I think that's it, except for Threads, but no one's on there anyway.
TikTok.
At Not Buff Podcast. Thank you, Brandon. TikTok too, before it gets banned. So at Not Buff Podcast, and you can remember that because we're all not buff. And thanks. This will be our first show streamed on Built in Buffalo. So if you made it this long in the stream, thanks for sticking with us because you already know what happens. And yeah, all right. Well, thanks for staying up, guys. And
Go Bills.
So bad. It's so bad. Go Bills. Tough night.
I'm so tired.
We'll see you guys later.
Oh, God.